Hey guys, it's Kevin. Wanted to share a little construction project with you today that my son and I have been working on. If you are a deer hunter, this may be of some value to you somewhere down the road. One of the problems with deer hunting early season is what to do to get your meat cooled down quickly. The last couple of years I haven't even deer hunted very much in October because it's been so warm. You know, you got to be in a hurry to do something with the meat. You got to get it hung up. You got to get it skinned right away. And if you don't have a good place to cool it down, you're really risking having your meat go bad, and you know that's just not a good deal. That's not something you want to do. It's not giving the animal the appropriate respect, and it's just not taking care of things the way you should. So what we're doing, my son and I have spent the last couple of weekends putting together our own walk-in cooler. And we did that basically with some materials we had laying around the house, plus a little electronic controller. You may have seen them on the internet, called a CoolBot. But I want to show you just how easy it is to build your own walk-in cooler at home. Going to warn you in advance, my barn is a mess. Don't pay any attention to that. But hopefully you'll find some stuff here you can use. So here we go. Okay, this is the walk-in unit. We built it inside my barn because I didn't want it exposed to the elements. I want a little more consistent temperature. I didn't want, the hot wind in October blowing on it and all of those kind of things. So basically what this is a lot of lumber that I already had on hand, plus some that I bought. Now these panels I got, my buddy Chris Walker actually found them. They came out of a candy factory in Bloomington. They're about 5 inches thick, but I know a lot of guys have built these units just using 2-inch foam insulation. You have to go about 3 layers thick to get the appropriate R value. But some guys will use just lumber and the foam panels. I was lucky enough to get some of these metal insulated panels that came out of this candy factory down in Bloomington that they were tearing down. So I don't know how well you can see that, but and then basically what we did, we just framed them all out. Now we bought a standard air conditioner to put in. This is a GE, I think this is a 12,000 BTU. For this size of a room I could have got by with 8 or 10, but I figure more power is always better. So we went with a 12,000 BTU air conditioner. It's a GE. That's important if you're going to use the CoolBot. You have to have an electronic or a digital air conditioner because otherwise your CoolBot won't work. We just put in a standard insulated door. Now I turned this on about 30 minutes ago, and I set it on I think 36 degrees. Interior temperature. You guys can probably tell by how much I'm sweating that it's over 90 in the garage and super humid today. The other thing I had to do as far as the air conditioner goes, I had to drill a weep hole in the bottom of it for the condensation to run out, and I didn't want it just running down onto the floor of my garage, because ultimately you would end up just leaving a wet spot, and then I was afraid that the whole building would start sinking. We just built the building on 4x4s so that if I ever want to or need to, I can pull it out and relocate it. But you can kind of see there how we built that. So if I ever want to, I can relocate the whole building, I can drag it outside, I can take it somewhere else. We even wired it with a plug so it can be plugged into normal 110 outlet anywhere. I'll show you the inside here. Really tried to seal it up tight. You can see there's a lot of this black trim around the door here is actually the seal, the replacement seal that you can buy for the bottom of a garage door. Okay, this camera is probably going to fog up, but you can see it's been running less than an hour, and we're already down to 43 degrees in here. This is the CoolBot unit, and basically what it does it overrides the factory settings in the air conditioner. Wiring it up is really not that hard. It takes maybe 10 minutes to install, but you can see we used some Formula 250 foam for the ceiling. I still have to put another layer on the outside. Caulked everything in real well. And then for a hanging system, I basically used half-inch galvanized pipe with some floor flanges. Now this is a 6x6 running across the center, but the floor flanges allow me to suspend that half-inch gas pipe, and then I basically hung some gambrels on it that I can slide back and forth, depending on how many deer at a time I want to put in here. And I think it's going to work pretty well. You can see these panels locked together really nice. They turned out real well. And then I was real careful to caulk along all of the seams. We don't want any air to be able to come in or leave. And then the floor, we basically just used some cheap linoleum that we got somewhere. I wanted something that I could hose out if I needed to. And then the other thing we did, I still had to finish it, but we did put in a floor drain so that if we ever need to hose it off in here, if we have any blood or anything in here, we can hose it down. For now, I just have a piece of linoleum sitting over it, just so cold air isn't falling out. And I've got basically plumbing running out to the outside of the garage with that. So as far as the cost involved, the CoolBot was, I think, $350. The air conditioner was probably another $350 or so. And then I've got maybe $1,000 in materials. You want to put in a good insulated door. A lot of lumber, stuff like that. So I probably got the whole thing put together for less than $2,000. And it's going to be really nice this fall. I can go ahead and hunt in October without worrying about what I'm going to do with the deer. I really like to let deer hang for a couple of weeks before I process them. It just makes the meat so much better. But you have to do that somewhere between, I like to do it between 35 and 40 degrees. As you can tell, it's not going to be too hard to get this cooler down where I need it to be. It's already down to 43, and that's with me in here. So getting it down to 36 is not going to be a problem. We actually got it down to 35 yesterday in less than an hour, and it wasn't even, we didn't have it all sealed up good then. So I'm thinking it's going to do a really good job. So you might want to check them out. There's a lot of other guys on the internet that have CoolBot projects. I know there are florists using them. There are beverage places using them. A lot of guys on the internet using them for beer coolers. So I hope this information helps you, and get out there and make your own walk-in cooler. It's really not that tough. You guys have a good day.